Hallies Creations, and we're going to be making a frame today that you can actually hang your jewelry on. This is the frame we're going to be working with. It's so pretty. So anyway, we're going to turn this frame into a jewelry frame. So you'll notice here how I've laid out the knobs because I want to make sure I have a really good visual where they're going to be. So now I'm going to mark them with a pin, just a little pin. I'm going to use my drill, and once I pre-drill the holes, those will pop right in. That way we don't have to worry about splitting the frame and cracking our wood. We've talked about that in the other videos. We don't want to split and crack our wood. Also, when you're putting on your little knobs, don't go right into your corners where it's connected because that's just not going to hold together for you. So make sure that you're giving yourself at least an inch in from where the frame comes together. So without further ado, I'm going to get this going and walk you right through it. It's super easy to do. So you'll notice here how I've marked this. So I can hold this up for you. I marked the frame with little black lines. Those little black lines, and I don't want to make them too big because I'm actually going to drill down into that, and the knob's only going to cover, so knob's only going to cover so much. So as I tilt this down, I want you to notice how I've made these little tiny marks. Those are going to be my drill points where I'm actually going to drill. Don't want to make those points too big because your knobs are not going to cover them. So don't mess up your frame by putting big marks on there. When you're getting your drill bit out, don't get a drill bit that's so big that your screw just kind of floats in the hole. You kind of want to match them up. So what I do is I just kind of, I don't know if you can see this too well, but I just kind of match it. If you get the hole too big, that screw is just going to float in there and it's going to be sloppy. If you get it too small, you're going to be screwing it in and it's going to be kind of tight and hard, which is okay. You know, it's just a little bit more elbow. This frame here, I'm actually making it for my jewelry display in my room. That's why I'm not going too big, but I do want to be able to display the jewelry that I have in here as well, because I do make jewelry too. So I make all kinds of neat stuff. So anyway, without any further ado, let's get this party started. Screws. If you have the option to get one with a little pointed tip on your screw. So what I did is I marked the holes. See these here? I measured them off. Then I drilled them from the front. I didn't drill them from the back because I wanted to make sure that when I drilled them, I had them in the right spot, especially when you have a curvature here. Those knobs are not going to set right if you don't have that on correctly. They'll kind of be wonky. So I decided to flip the script. It's my prerogative. So make the drill bit a little bit bigger than your screw. I was trying to put these screws in with the drill bit that matched up, and I had to re-drill them because they were so tight. So anyway, just make it maybe the next size just a smidge bigger and they'll drop right in. Look, I'll show you. So when you drill the hole just a little bit more, they're just gonna gently go in there because you're gonna get that tightness when you screw the knob on, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start from the back. So on the back, all you're gonna do, and it's so easy, is you're just gonna lay your wire down and staple it on. I have a staple gun. And I know how to use it. And I have pre-cut the wire already because like I said, we've done a frame before. So I've already showed you the wire cutting. And on your wire, you can pick these up. There's this chicken wire or just basic wire, but you can pick your wire up at Home Depot, and it's like $10 for a roll, and I got out of my roll a full-size frame as well as this frame. So we're going to staple this down So just give me 1 second and we're going to get this where you can see it as well. Another thing that I always try to share too is always do the back side of your frame first for when you flip it over, you're done. Because if you're putting knobs on or embellishments, it's going to be really hard when you're putting the frame on them. So flip it over, do the back side, flip it over and put your knobs on. You can put like a cord on here if you want and staple that cord down for a hanger, or you can just hang it like you would a frame. So now what you're going to do, see how cool that is? So all you're going to do now is you'll be able to hang your jewelry here. Hang it on the wall, but we're going to put some knobs on here to make it really cute. So I picked these up from Amazon. See how pretty they are? They have like the little gold in them. They come with the screws already, and I paid about $11 for 12 of them, and they're the perfect size for a jewelry frame. So we're going to pop one of these on just to show you. And all you're going to do is you're going to take and put it in from the back side, push it through, because you've already pre-drilled your holes. So remember when you do your holes, I'm going to snip the wire in the back just a smidge for, I have a little bit more flexibility here. Don't be afraid to give your wire a little snip here to get your screw in. If you need to do that, you got to do what you got to do. So the screw goes in, bam, put your little knob on, pretty easy peasy. And you just screw it on. If you can see that. So these knobs will go all the way across. And that's it, pretty much. That's how you make a jewelry frame the easy peasy way. So while I'm talking to you, I'm actually going to pop these down in here just to give you a visual of what they look like. Remember, if your wire is over the hole, just tip it out. Just open it up a little bit. Just a little, just snip that little square. Pop your screw down. You've already pre-drilled these holes, and on the holes, when you're pre-drilling them, match up your drill bit to your screw, and then I went just a smidge larger for the screws, but actually go in there without giving me grief. See how that's looking really pretty? And the reason I chose to do a jewelry frame is I've already done a couple of them, so I've already got that piece down, but I didn't make any for myself. And as you know, I make jewelry, and I thought, you know, probably be a good idea to have one in my studio to display some of my jewelry. So this one is going to actually stay in my studio. Remember too that if you get a frame that you really don't like and it's kind of ugly, you can paint it. You can cut it down and change it. And my other one that I have posted already, the vintage frame, that's on my YouTube channel, that shows you how to cut the frame down to make it work for you and how to repurpose it, and you can actually embellish it. I'm not going to embellish this one. I don't need to for what I'm going to use it for. And that's it. And you just tighten these up. If you want to embellish it, get some of your, if you want to embellish it, just get some of your embellishments out, get your glue gun out, and go for it. You can totally do that. Bam. So that's taking a frame and just changing it into a jewelry frame. It's that easy. Okay, so I'm gonna staple a little bit of cording on the back here, just to hang it. Super easy. Just staple it on. And I'm gonna twist this because I really like this gold and silver twine. So we're just gonna twist this real quick here, just to give it that little extra strength and color variation. See how pretty that looks? How it's coming out? So we're twisting this up here real quick. I'm just gonna pop this on. I'm gonna say about right there will work. Trim it up. Trim it where it's not showing here, otherwise it kind of looks tacky. Let's get that trimmed up a smidge more. So now that we have the wire on, we have the knobs on, and we have done the little holding, because I decided I wanted a rope to hold it. I'm going to decorate this little guy up down the road. I'm going to paint him gold and put his little a little knob on him. Bam. So that'll look cute with gold. And that will be my holder on the wall to hang that frame. Another thing you can do, $1 at the Dollar Tree. I love the Dollar Tree. You can buy these strips or these discs. They have the pills on the back, and because this isn't really heavy, it's not really going to be holding a lot. It's a smaller frame. I'm just going to peel this backing off and show you. So we're going to peel the backing off and just simply put that on your frame. Bam. And you can do that around your edges. What I'll do is I'll put these on. This will protect your wall from it scratching your wall. It's also going to give you that little bit of room for when you're putting your jewelry on. It's not flat up against your wall. So we're going to add these on and some of these discs. So I'm putting these little discs on, and what I'm doing is I'm doing them on the corner just to kind of protect the corner, and then I put one on the middle, and that's going to give it just a little bit of height away from the wall, and it's also going to protect your wall because this wire will scratch your wall up. So this actually does a dual purpose. It pads your frame from your wall. They also gives you that you need to be hanging your jewelry. So I've seen some jewelry frames, and don't put them too close to the edge. You don't want them looking, peeking out around the corner. You want them nice and flush behind the frame so they look nice and clean and pretty and just real professional. Like I said, I'm making this one for myself, so I kind of just slammed it together. And it's for me, so it's okay. If I was making it for a client, I would be a lot more. So here's the little cord that I put on it. I'm going to hang it up this way, but I'm actually going to hang it up and show you how it looks like hung up on the wall. So there you go, little knobs, wire for your earrings, necklaces. Done. Thank you for dropping in. Thank you for hanging out at Hallies Creations. Until next time, you have a good day and a better tomorrow, as my daddy would say. Peace out. That's for my girls, and may the Lord bless you and keep you. That's for me, my heart to use. Be safe, share the love, not the germs. Until next time, check out my playlist where you can see more videos created by moi, Hallies Creations. And we'll be getting into jewelry making down the road and some more fun stuff, some florals, some bouquets. If you have any ideas of things that you would like to learn how to make, give me a shout out. So just a little recap. We finished the frame, finished frame. Super easy to do, really pretty and elegant. Just find yourself a frame that you absolutely love. You can paint it if you want. This one I didn't have to. It had this really pretty paint on it already, the gold with the whitewash in it, which is something I would have done. So I just put the knobs on it. Just a little recap. And on the back, we can get to come off. You put your little pads on there, staple it down, pads. Put your little rope on the top there if you want to hang it with a rope. Remember, I got these knobs at Amazon. And I'll put the link down there in the description. And just have fun making neat stuff. And until next time, thank you. In the comments, let me know what you might want to make going forward. And it's been real. Thank you. Hi, so today we're going to be working on a frame, and what I'm going to do is kind of simply show you how I have the knobs. So when you're getting your drill bit out, when you're getting your drill bit out, don't get a drill bit that's so big that your screw just kind of floats in the hole. Kind of want to match them up. So what I do is I just kind of, I don't know if you can see this well, but I just kind of match it. You know, I'm kind of looking up like this. Anyway, I just kind of match it and make sure that it's going to be a good match. I don't like that. My head's kind of out. If you get the hole too big, that screw's just going to float in there and it's going to be sloppy. If you get it too small, you're going to be screwing it in and it's going to be kind of tight and hard, which is okay. You know, it's just a little bit more elbow grease. Elbow grease. When you are putting your screw, it's not okay. That's not, oh my goodness, seriously. When you are getting the drill bit to screw the holes for your screw, you want to make sure they match up. You don't want to have a drill bit that's super big and that you're and it also gives you, these things are such a pain. Maybe I should just cut it. They also gives you that height, and some of these discs, I'll give you a picture of when it's done. And it doesn't really matter because I'm kind of talking to myself because I can edit this out. So I'm pre-recording this. Any ideas of things that you would like to learn how to make, give me a shout out and I'll try to accommodate that if I can. And until next time, it's been real. Bye! Don't forget to click and subscribe and to be part of that family, part of my squad. You'll see that on the end. It's a little cartoon thing. But anyway, today we're going to